Welcome back to the Double Outs podcast. My name is Jasmine, and this is
Joey.
And this is season 2, officially about 3 months behind.
We're right on schedule.
This is season 2 of the Double Outs podcast. So if you tuned into the first season, thank you very much. And if this is your first episode ever, welcome. Welcome to the channel.
Hopefully you come
back. This episode is going to be not this. It is the MTFL draft. We were grateful enough to be invited to the Brock's mansion. Is that what they call it? The Brock's mansion?
Estate. We'll call it estate.
Yeah, the estate.
Yeah.
And I'm not really going to say too much about it. You guys will see the chaos, and you guys are going to hear the chaos. Also, I just wanted to preface, if you guys hear, if it sounds like I'm yelling, it's because I literally couldn't hear shit. In the video, I'm screaming into the mic. So I did my best to level out the sound and the noises and stuff, but I'm going to be yelling.
What I can remember, it was loud, but it was, it was funny. It was
loud, funny. Everybody there was probably drunk.
Yes.
And you guys will hear and see all the sounds and stuff. But once again, thank you to MTFL for allowing us to be there and filming, because that league's been going on for what? This is the 20th?
Oh.
I think this is the 20th season. It was something like that. They're up there.
And big up to Jeff and his brisket, obviously.
And the pickled onions. Jeff, you already know what it is about me. Jeff gave me a jar of pickled onions. Anyway, you guys will see in the vlog. Anyways, so you guys will see in this episode, and we hope you enjoy it.
Double L's podcast.
Can you hear that? Okay.
We back, baby. Woo!
So we're live, currently at the MTFL auction.
Yeah, it sounds like they're auctioning the way.
Sounds like an auction. Draft.
Sorry, thank God it wasn't
draft.
too many black people, because woo.
Yeah, there's not many. Just one for sale. Yes, you can't say that. Anyways, welcome back to season 2 of the Double Outs podcast. As of right now, this is the first episode that we're filming. It may not be the first episode posted, but this is our first time filming since 2024.
I just remembered that we have an old Ashley episode, and I think I already arranged it. It might actually be ready.
Yeah, it might be ready. We might have something up. If Ashley's episode is up, that would be great. If
that's
not,
from 2 years ago,
Ashley,
so it's nothing new.
We want to film again, please. Apologizing in advance for the sounds in the background. I'll do my best after to cut it out. But it is what it is.
There's legit 40 men in here.
I will show you our current
That's a lot
view.
of balls.
You're fucked.
It's a lot
You're
of balls.
so gross. Hold on. Don't worry. I'm sick of editing now. So this is our current view. That's the camera, lights, everything.
I like
But
it.
yeah, we are.
I'm hyped, yo.
Yeah.
I'm fucking hyped.
I'm not gonna lie. It's weird recording with 40 other people in the room. I'm used to just one person behind the camera. We don't even have him behind the camera right now. We're just...
Matt left us for fucking
Matt left us for dead, and he's sitting over there. But
Bestie is Piranha's bestie. Yo.
Forgot all about us.
She said, fuck the pod, yo.
This guy forgot all about us. So what we're going to do today, I know you guys can hear the stuff in the background. We are going to have on some guests. I've already spoken to a couple, and there's some that are going to be talking to us on camera. One for sure, Kent. Medette, we're going to try our best to get Medette on camera. If you don't know who Medette is, you're going to learn today.
JJ. Heaney.
I'm going to try to get Andre on, our big up sponsor.
Yeah,
Shout out to Andre if you're watching this.
We should already have the thing in the beginning. Right?
Yeah.
Brought to you by this,
yeah.
You know?
Huh? Throwing in the editing?
Yeah. Add on top. You know, we're back. Yo, let's go time.
Andre's here, so we're gonna hopefully get him on camera. He was a little hesitant, but we'll do it.
I'm not worried about that. Now, I do want to say that little break that we just took, that was fucking crucial. So
well needed.
I didn't miss football. I didn't miss podcast. I didn't miss nothing.
I didn't miss podcasting one bit.
Straight. The other day when we planned to record, I was like, I'm going to do it.
Yeah, we planned to record, 2 weeks ago or last week?
Yeah, last week.
And at the same time, Joe and I, we were both like, no.
No.
Not today. That's not happening.
What I don't think people understand is like you can plan to do something and you might be able to do it. You might be free and everything, but it's like, man,
It's just not it.
Yeah, if you're not feeling it,
Especially being on camera when you have to. We can't be miserable on camera. Like we just got to figure it out. But so,
that's the hardest part I find. It's like being able to get yourself up.
There's been times when I would pull up to Joe's and both of us are like,
yeah,
buddy, and then like
Pour
it
a
starts
drink.
going, whatever. But like
pouring 2 drinks.
1, 2, 3, 4, whatever.
Yeah.
But like after a little bit, we warm up. But anyways, we're back. Currently live at the MTFL draft.
A lot of people have been asking me. I don't know about you. When are you guys coming back? When's the next episode?
Oh yeah, a lot of messages. A lot of or like just giving us topics and like.
I don't even think I signed into the
Double Out speech.
Yeah, I left
Double
that
Out
shit
podcast
alone.
speech.
Yo, after the season, I didn't even go on Instagram for like
I was
a
gonna
month.
say Joe went on a hiatus.
Yeah, yo, fuck that.
Disappeared. I went to go send
Got it.
memes. No response.
Yeah, no,
Nothing.
no.
Gone.
You have to because
I
this
did
shit
for a
will
little
get
bit
to you.
still. Just around Christmas time, I was off it for like almost 2 months.
Yeah.
It felt great.
It's amazing.
It felt. Shout out to Brock.
Yep.
Shout out to Brock who got picked. What is he?
And it looks like he might be
12?
at Pax's team.
I think 12.
Oh man, I don't know. They're deep. They're deep right now.
Hold on. What is he? Yeah, Brock went in the 12th round.
I'm not mad at that 12th round pick still.
Shout out.
We gotta talk about these picks after because this draft was
This draft was
intense.
interesting. I think I can edit this out, but I think that we could do talking after as well when it's quiet.
Yeah,
like
I
we'll
think
go
it's
back
better.
somewhere
Yeah.
else and then
Yeah,
we'll
yeah.
talk about it later
Yeah,
on.
yeah.
But this draft was a little messy. Like
I like
literally from the jump, from the first round pick, it's a little messy. But
Yep. So a couple of things I've been thinking about. Obviously, we've been talking about the double outs draft tournament.
yeah.
Let's
So
fucking
we're
get it
kind of
going.
here. We're here getting this is our second year here, but we're getting a taste of what it's like to run a draft because we want to do a draft tournament. So we're here.
Shout out to our sponsor, Andre
Andre's going
McCalmont.
crazy.
Just got picked. Just got
Andre
picked.
went in the 12th
In the
as well.
13th,
Oh,
13th round, last round.
No.
He's not Mr.
Oh, yeah,
Irrelevant,
yeah.
though. There's still one more
He's not.
pick. So,
We love Andre.
yeah, but he did get picked.
But yeah, so we're here learning a little bit more. I feel like it's so loud.
Oh, it's super
It's
loud.
kinda crazy.
But it's fine. It's fine.
But yeah, so we're learning a bit about drafts because we're going to be having a draft tournament this year. Be ready for it because it's probably going to come a little faster than we think.
5 on 5 flag. I think we're gonna start with men's, possibly, hopefully, and then we'll go from there.
Yeah.
But I think we want to start
I
with
think it'll
men's.
just be easiest to start with one,
Yes.
see how it goes, see how we run it, and then for the next one, see what we need to improve on, and then go from there. But yeah, men's 5v5 flag tournament, draft, a
Yes.
draft tournament.
And tonight we will be trying to recruit some quarterbacks.
Hopefully on camera.
Yes, exactly. So my idea, I thought, was 8 teams, maybe 8 players per team. I mean, you got to figure out the financials or whatever, but I find like 8 players a good number because you have 5 on 5.
3
There's always
subs.
people want to play like both ways and stuff,
Yeah.
right? So then you got not even 3 subs, right? And then you got
Yeah.
five stars on one side, then 3 on the other. So 2 people can technically go both ways. Or
Oh, I see what you're
you
saying.
can
I see what you're
rotate,
saying. Yeah.
Which should be fun, right? You
Yeah,
wanna
that'd
play
be
more.
fun. More playing time.
So we can recruit 8 legit quarterbacks. That would be that would be the kickoff to a good draft tournament.
I agree.
And I
agree.
see at least 4 right here today. So
Minimum. Hopefully, 4 that we are close with that will hopefully.
correct.
I think the draft is done.
I can't even lie to you though. Anyone that doesn't try to join our draft, I'm taking it personal. I'm telling you niggas from right now. You better have a fucking excuse. Straight. If you're not coming to our shit, Because it's going to cost money. Not much. We're not trying to take your pockets. It's whatever to cover the shits, but.
It won't be $3,000 a team.
No. Definitely won't.
But we're gonna do our best with the cost, of course. Like we're gonna make it worth it for whatever it's gonna cost. It'll be worth it.
But if you want a smile on my face moving forward, you better sign up still. Anyways.
Yeah, so I think that's gonna be fun. So we're just learning a little bit about running the draft here, figuring some fine details out. But I think it's gonna be fun. I'm excited to have this draft, and I think we'll get a good field as well.
Well, one thing just from being here and years in past, and even in going to ETFL drafts, is one thing I noticed is the draft itself is an event.
Yeah, and
Right?
yeah. Oh yeah.
Like as you can hear from the background, people are very happy on a Friday night.
Yeah. So we're gonna figure out a sick drafting event. We'll get that done. But what I think we should do is cut right now, and then the next clip we'll have somebody sitting here with us.
All right, let's do that.
All
Come in
right.
closer if you can.
Yeah, let me.
I don't think. Can you hear me?
Dini, can you hear me?
I can hear you.
You hear
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
So, Andrew Heaney, how do you feel about your team?
I like it. Got guys that I'm used to. I got guys that frustrate me. I got guys that I'm friends with, and overall got a lot of people that I like to be around. So.
All right. So
I like the squad.
Yep.
his top
Who's
5.
Scott?
said the
Scott
same
is the guy who calls defense for the Cobras.
He's here.
Scott, Big Scott, calls defense on the Cobras.
Defense on the Cobras.
Yeah.
Usually plays safe, like middle
Does
safety
he have
for
a
the Cobras.
burgundy T-shirt, or is that Tile Funk?
No, that's Funk. He's the one talking to Kyle Funk.
Oh yes. He gave me the charger.
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
Good guy. I like him.
Super nice guy, super solid player.
He must be. He's the 5th pick. Run us by the Heaney's picks.
Sorry?
Let us know Heaney's picks.
Okay, I won't say all of them. I'll post it. I'll post it on the screen. But I had a question.
Yep.
JJ
Yep.
will not be in the finals.
Yep.
Is that the only thing that he's missing?
Yes.
So he could
Supposed to be there all year.
Supposed to be there all year. Okay.
So that
for
means
those that don't know.
we come first. We're okay.
Okay.
What does that mean, though? How's playoffs work?
So playoffs work all in one day. 2 games, 1 day. You either 1 versus 4, 2v3. And I think that if we have a good enough team throughout the year to come 1, we get a nice setup. I also have the opportunity to run either Wanamaker or OSTAT both ways.
Right. Because I was told that JJ was going to be going in like the 4th.
If JJ went in the 4th, he could
That's-
only be replaced by a 3rd or a 5th.
Okay.
So it would have made sense because you get a 1, 2, 3. But
Yeah.
if guys are gonna go one way anyways, you might as well pick a 2, right?
Fire up. And this is interesting, It's good to get
Yeah, it's
insight
cool
on
to
how
see.
they pick. So the point is that, I guess the reason why Jasmine asked that question, just for people that are watching, listening, JJ was ranked the number 1 player in this draft, and Heaney actually drafted him, it looks like 6th overall.
6th.
In the 2nd round. So, yeah, it looks kind of weird. I was like,
Yeah.
what the fuck's going on here?
Yeah. One of the guys has a wedding, so there's a couple Mustangs who are gonna be away. Because of that, it kind of messed up the draft a little bit. It's a first-time thing, and it's probably an only-time thing.
Yeah. Because
But,
what Chris last year, he missed finals,
Yeah.
like accidentally, kind of.
I think he told Braden that he wasn't going to be there. Braden knew, and they were like, okay, well, whatever. It'll be practice for the
Okay.
first 8 weeks. The thing is, like, this isn't the first time. The year before, Dowds did the same thing. He was going to be in Italy for the finals. I knew. I still drafted him because it was still practice for the first.
And how did your season end up last year?
We lost in the finals.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
But this was 2 years
Oh,
ago
those
when
are
Dowds didn't
highlights
make
that we
it.
watched early.
Huh?
No.
Those are highlights we watched earlier?
No, those are my lowlights.
Oh, yeah. All I seen was you throw the other team.
Yeah.
But,
Funny enough, before we changed fields, we were actually up 4-2, though.
oh, shit.
Oh.
That's what I.
That highlight tape
Okay.
didn't have
It
any-
wasn't
they
an
didn't have
actual
that. They didn't
highlight.
have
It was the
that.
blue highlight tape.
True.
How long have you been playing in this league?
This league, I think I played receiver for a year, and then I've been playing 3 years at quarterback. So 4 years.
So this is your fourth, or
This is four. This is gonna be four.
your fourth.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Let's go off the scale for a second. We get back to MTFL for 3 seconds.
Yeah.
I don't know if Jazz knows, but like, I know Heaney for quite some time. We used to play in Bill Moore's league back in the day. That was before I even played KI.
I don't even know what that is.
2012
Yeah.
and shit.
I was
Heaney
I was
in
in grade-
Yeah.
2012. I graduated high school in 17.
So you're
So
probably still a
I
T-Fun.
was in.
Yeah,
What?
she
You're probably
was
still
in
a
T-Fun.
T-Fun.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
What do you mean?
You're on the Panthers that year.
She was rushing.
Yeah, exactly.
2012?
You were dating that girl? Yeah, I'm joking.
In 2012.
Cut that out. Cut that
In
out.
20
Cut that out, my bad.
Instantly started sweating. And I'm like, wait, what?
You're like, hold on.
It was a phase.
But,
Deadass
no.
in 2012. I was in grade 8.
Fair enough. But hold on. I went off track. Heaney, tell the world what you're doing for T-Fon next year.
I'm gonna go play with the Assassins.
Assassins.
So Andrew Heaney's telling the world he's on his 3rd team in 3 years.
Yeah.
This guy sounds like
You're catching up to me.
yeah.
I'm just trying to be like my idol.
Holy
You're
shit.
catching up to me, man. Okay,
Um,
Assassins.
Yeah, that's interesting. So, I mean, obviously, the obvious question
I
is
didn't know
like,
that. Was that? Is this
what the hell's
new?
going on there? Like,
Uh,
there's not a quarterback? I did hear that the Hooligans quarterback is going back or starting a
Yeah.
whole team or something like
From all I know is they were having a couple things. People had some family stuff. Other guys wanted to go back and start their own teams up. So there was an opportunity to go play, and there's a couple guys that were over there who, when they were selling and kind of told me on it, I was like, all right, that sounds like a good idea. Can I bring a couple of guys with me? And they said, yep. So have a couple guys from Hounds and previous that are going to come over to me there and
that. Well,
see what
fuck,
we can do.
fucking Piranhas 2.0.
Oh, well,
Sick.
fuck. I like
You're
it.
on your way to
I
a
like
daddy.
it.
Yeah.
You're on your way to a daddy.
Six-
Let's cross 3
I
teams
like
and you're good.
16 and
Wow, that's
6,
exciting.
not 5 and 2 though.
Wow. Okay. I didn't. Was that?
No.
Wait. When did this happen?
Listen,
Is
if
this
you
new?
crush 3 teams, you're on your way to daddy. You're good.
Apparently.
What are you guys saying?
I'm bid.
What's KI doing?
KI threw 4 teams together though.
Killer Instinct has been together since 2012. Unless your team's been together that long,
Okay.
don't
No,
ask
that's
no
not the point.
big mind
What are you
teams
guys? You
around
guys gonna
here.
be? That will be this year.
This is what I'll tell you about KI. If we were AA this year, we will enjoy our time and still show up and have a good time. We're gonna drink.
you guys are just there
we'll
for
be
the
there
vibes.
after and have a good time. Listen, we're competitors. When we show up, we're gonna want to win. But at the same time, we have families, we have jobs / careers.
Okay, listen.
So,
So
our
does every
number
other
one focus
team.
isn't football.
And that's
It's
why
facts.
I
that's
hear
why you'll
an
always see them on
excuse.
Sunday nights, still at the parking lot, 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock, doesn't matter. Because they got families, careers.
Yeah, they got everything. Wow.
I like
will,
that.
but I'll be there at those KI barbecues.
Yeah, you guys
Those
stay
KI
coming though.
Those KI barbecues, I'll be there.
It's true.
Listen, we won a tournament last year, so say what you guys want.
But Heaney,
Yeah.
how are you feeling? Confident?
Good.
Yeah.
About MTFL or TFL?
MTFL. Back to
MTFL, confident.
where we are.
MTFL is pretty confident in the team.
Are they
I
gonna
know
bring
it
that?
just-
I'll pull it up.
It flipped off earlier, but yeah, no,
Okay.
I like the guys that I got. Like I said, it's all a bunch of guys that I know or enjoy playing with. Maybe don't enjoy playing against, but kind of respect. So
Yeah.
it's a good little squad.
Okay.
Okay, when you're in these drafts, like, what's your main thing? I know last year there was a lot of, seemed like everybody kind of took their guy.
Yeah.
I don't know if this year was kind of like that. What is your usual strategy? Drafting?
Honestly, like I'm gonna pick the guys that I like. I'm gonna pick the guys that I have fun playing with. But at the end of the day, like I'm not taking these. Look, it doesn't matter if I win.
It doesn't matter.
It's for fun.
It's fun.
Like
Yeah.
I'm gonna end up at the banquet.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get another beef sandwich. I'm gonna do
Another
this.
beef sandwich with the onions.
Yeah. So it's all about what it is. Did it suck losing the finals last year? Yeah, sure. But like, am I gonna worry about it this year? No.
Okay. Who's the sussiest team in this league right now, based off what you just seen?
Based off of some of the team mates telling me, I've heard that Kent Taylor's team is the sussiest.
I thought that last year.
Everybody thought that last year outside of Coates, and
all
they
of a
showed
sudden.
up. So no,
All right.
it's like I said, it's a very even league. I think
is actually-
4
it is.
years ago when I started, like they're like, oh yeah, you're gonna come in, you're gonna be a number one pick, and I'm like, I'm not even the best player on my own T-Font team. Like, never mind coming into a league and being the number one. And they were like, no, you're gonna be a number one. And it's only grown to the point where like, you got guys who have played AA before in the 7th, 8th round.
Yeah, that's crazy.
That's crazy.
Yeah, like
So we'll give it 10 minutes. Final question for
Yep.
you. We are going to be hosting our first draft tournament,
Yep.
a double outs draft tournament.
Flag, right?
Flag 5v5. How do you feel about entering as a quarterback? Would you want to?
Yeah, I'd be in. I think flag is kind of like the next level. Maybe if we had longer, we could talk about the new T-Font circuit. But I think there's some
Yeah,
some
the new
hiccups that they missed there. Maybe a little
Yeah.
bit too grand
Yeah.
of an adventure.
I agree.
that's gonna be a
I
topic
think it should have been
moving
baby
forward.
steps.
Yeah,
That's
so-
definitely going to be a topic.
It would have been nice to maybe see a couple tournaments that were just flag.
I agree.
Um,
Well, I was saying, I mean, we can touch on it quickly. I was saying, I'm like, Matt brought it up to me, and I was like, so there's the potential of playing 7 games in a day?
Yeah, look, I play 6 games in a weekend, and I'm exhausted.
Yeah.
No matter whether I'm just picking up the bags for the referees or I'm playing receiver. So
Yeah.
I can't imagine
It's-
playing 14 in a day or in a weekend. That
That's
sounds
insane.
sounds
That's
like
a
how you
lot.
hurt yourself.
Just a little bit. I'm curious to see how the first one's going to be ran.
Yeah. I look, if I'm being as clear as possible and transparent, I think it harms touch football more than it helps it. It brings a couple teams out, but I think teams are going to have to decide whether they want to play flag or touch.
I agree. It's not going to be, not every team's going to be playing both. For sure.
100%.
That's definitely not happening.
I think,
But
yeah, sorry, go on.
no, that's okay. To bring it back to the double outs
Yep.
tournament, not that we have your commitment right here, but you would.
No,
sign up.
I'm committed, I'm
We
committed.
want your
Oh, you're
commitment.
committed.
I'm in.
All right, done.
One quarterback locked
Locked in.
in. We got our first quarterback, our first official quarterback. Obviously, depending on the date, whatever,
Yeah.
we're working out, but we have our first official quarterback.
Fire.
Awesome.
It's going to be a draft tournament, which I'm excited about.
I'm getting all the practice here already.
Yeah, exactly. So,
Done. I want to say before you go, thank you for coming on. Obviously,
thank you.
It would be hopefully you can come back when we do a regular episode,
Yeah.
so we do a full
And
one.
I
We
s-
go back into
I
histories
think
and all that.
you're a great person to talk to.
Thank you.
Not only have you been playing for X amount of years, but you know a lot as well. And
Me and Heaney pod every tournament after the fucking tournament in the parking lot. Period.
All right.
yeah,
This is
And
what we
even
do.
not after tournaments, after random league games,
Yeah.
after random
Yeah.
drafts.
After anything, we're just fucking potting every time.
yeah. So thank you, Heaney. Thank you for coming on, and we're excited to have you for our first draft tournament. And for anyone that doesn't know, this is Andrew Heaney. Thank you.
Thanks, guys.
Cheers, man. Thanks.
So I'm off camera, but I just want everyone to know that this guy right here is our amazing sponsor, Andre. This is who we talk about all the time. I just want to give a huge thank you, Andre. You're the best.
Thank you.
I'm staying off camera. I'll have a mic, but Joe's going to take the floor.
Alrighty. So, once again, thank you, Andre. Great sponsor. Glad we could get you on camera. People can see you. We always try to tell people to come out. Hey, if you see him, Say hi.
This
He's
is
a nice
him.
guy, easy to talk to, simple.
Shy guy right here.
Yeah, that's
gonna
fine.
say-
Okay, the
I
lights
was
are
gonna
bright
say
right
he's
now.
a
The lights are
little
bright.
shy.
Braden, return guest.
Yeah, second time.
First of all, let's just make note. Youngest quarterback
Yep.
in T-Font history
So, hold on.
to win the Nationals.
We're gonna give congratulations to Mr. Nationals himself.
Mr. Nationals.
I don't think we really talked much since, but
No, this is the first time since.
say it again.
First time seeing you since.
Yeah, I've been on the low. But yo, man, congrats. I don't know if that's official. I don't know that. I'm
It's
not saying
official.
that you're not the youngest quarterback, but like, do we know that for a fact?
Yes,
I don't know
we
what
do.
happened in the 80s and the
Gotta be a
70s. I didn't play in the 80s and 70s. You know what I'm saying? But I would be willing to bet that you did that, and that's a big feat.
And wait, is this your first full season as a quarterback, full-time quarterback?
Yeah, this was the first season.
Just so you guys know.
Oh wow, Jazz not letting that shit, not letting that go.
No, Jazz is the
Yeah,
big
yeah.
man here.
Anyways,
It's know what it is. I think for like people like me, it's just like we already know that this kid's nasty, so it's like I'm not surprised. But because last time we talked was before the season, and you seem pretty calm. You're good, and it seemed like everything was good and calm, so that's good. But we're here for the MTFL. We're gonna talk about T-Fon after. That's cool.
Yeah.
We're here for MTFL.
Shoot.
You were shit at MTFL last year.
Yeah, I sucked.
You were not good at that.
sucked.
You did that. Whatever you did in T-Font, it was not happening
Yeah.
in MTFL.
No, I choked. I played the worst game possible in the semifinals. I sucked.
Crush the regular season though.
Yeah, no, we were first and then showed up.
Not
Wasn't
even like
drinking the night
close.
before,
Not
and
even
I
close.
sucked.
Just crush the regular season.
Yeah, no, I sucked.
Because you had a good team on paper.
We were unbelievable. It wasn't the players, it was the quarterback.
Damn.
Wasn't close.
That's what we call accountability. See, this is why
Sorry,
you're a
wait.
national champion.
Who'd you play?
Quarterbacks.
We played Kent, who won the league.
Gotcha.
We scored 11 points. We sucked.
Oh,
we lost
shit.
13-11.
Oh, shit.
13
Quarterbacks, take note. Accountability is crucial. You heard it from, this is a young kid. He said it's on him. He didn't mention the time the guys dropped the ball and didn't run the right routes and all that shit. He said, no, it's on me. We didn't score points. So I think that's a big tip. Anyways, this year,
Yeah.
I seen your team.
Yeah.
It looks like the quietest team in MTFL history.
It might be.
Yeah, I don't know who's going to call the
It's gonna be
plays.
calm huddle.
I'm kind of concerned. Who's calling the plays?
I
mean,
hope
on
I'm calling
defense.
the plays.
On defense. Yeah, thank God.
That's a good question. Andrew Brown might take a leadership position this year.
Yeah, you
Very
know
good
what?
defender. Like, as a receiver, he was unbelievable in coverage, one-on-one situations. I'm going to move him into a safety position and let him kind of learn during the season and take over.
I like it. I've seen that he's improved drastically over the years.
Yeah.
I can't say how many years, but I could tell from when I remember first seeing him to now, he's a completely different player.
Yeah, he's a great cover player, and took him with the third pick, and he's going to carry our defense. If not, we're just going to score a bunch.
So my question right now to you is, who is the sussiest team based off of what you have seen on paper?
I don't know. It all depends on this wedding situation going on. But I'm going to go with Kent being the sussiest team.
Kent.
There's not many
That's 2
defenders
votes
on
for
that
Kent
team.
right now. God damn.
Former champion.
Yeah, the former champion. But I'm excited to play. I think I heard today that I'm playing him first week, and I'm excited to play against him, get a little bit of revenge.
Did you consider the people missing the finals when you drafted your players?
Yes and no. Like, people would fall, but when they fell to a certain position, I was like, absolutely, let's take them. And I have about 8 weeks to convince them to come back. I missed the semifinals and hopefully come back for the finals.
So you did draft. I don't have your team in front of me, unfortunately, anymore.
I drafted
but-
Shane, who's the best man at the wedding. But
Okay.
I just told him when I drafted him, I said, just plan for showing up for 2 p.m. I hope I win in the semi and come for 2 p.m. That can be cocky, but
You
if I
are
lose,
bugging the
then you
fuck
suck.
out. If I'm getting married and my best man is not fucking there, buddy,
No,
you're
the next
fucking
day,
cut
the
as a
next
best
day.
man.
The next day.
Huh?
To be
We can
fair,
figure it out.
Oh, the
to be
next
fair,
day.
to be
Yeah,
fair,
the next day.
Oh, that's nothing.
2 p.m.
guys
the next
have
day.
traveled
You
a
gotta
lot
check
farther.
on
That's
that.
nothing. That's nothing. Oh, 2 p.m. the next day after the wedding?
Yeah, he's
Oh,
gonna, he's
I
my
mean-
rusher.
Oh.
We worry about that then. We worry about that then. We worry about that then. Yeah, okay. That's soft.
Yeah.
to be
Andre, what were you
fair,
saying?
last year at Nick Riggs' wedding, I woke up at 3 in the morning being like, holy fuck, I gotta get in the car. Where the fuck is Wayne? My girlfriend's like, holy fuck, why are you fucked up? And Wayne's sleeping in his car, being like, all right, I'm gonna drive you at 6 a.m. I walk into MTFL finals, and Kent hands me a flask and goes, keep the engine fired. This cannot go on TV.
Andre, how
That
long
is
have
hilarious.
you been in MTFL?
I think 7 years.
7 years. The picture
Oh my lord.
of you.
Me?
Holy fuck.
Being
Is
young?
that
Was
real?
that
Yeah. Like being super young in the league, right?
Bro,
Yeah, like I
you're
was
like
young.
5 feet tall.
Yeah, I was short.
What the fuck?
I grew quite a bit.
Yeah, we see
I
that.
was like 5'5", 5'6".
What the hell?
Yeah, or like eight.
what was that,
8 inches.
2017?
Probably.
Is that what it said?
That makes sense.
What year was your growth spurt?
I was in grade 12, like grade 11 going into grade 12.
Wow, that's late.
Yeah, I was super late.
That's insane.
After I quit all the sports I played growing up.
Yeah,
Then
after
I
you're
quit.
like out, you're like, oh, I
was
can't
like,
make
yeah.
it.
Fuck it, just ball out deep.
That's fucked. Go fuck off and go play in some fucking college or some shit.
Yeah.
But fuck, I had one more question. Oh,
Okay.
to Andre first.
The question?
Yes.
Playing or sponsor?
Yeah, I honestly I can't hear you.
I said playing or sponsor.
Sponsor.
I don't know if you guys know this.
He's obviously
We
playing.
are- Sorry?
He's obviously playing,
Yeah.
even if he's not.
So we are hosting our first tournament.
Sweet,
It's a draft tournament. Flag.
nice.
Would you guys play?
I select
Absolutely.
Braden first overall.
Who's drafting? Quarterbacks?
Quarterbacks. Would
Yeah.
you pl-
What is it?
We're aiming for May.
Sure.
May, June.
Can make it work.
Sorry, I'm trying to get this camera to work to see. I don't know if it works, but I'm trying something.
Anyways.
Yeah, I tried. It didn't
So
work. What's the
we
question?
already got a yes from Heaney as a quarterback.
Yeah, I'm in.
I take
in.
Braden first
You're
You're
overall.
committed.
I'm committed.
Don't fuck around.
Andre,
What day is it on?
we don't know yet.
We haven't known
but
yet, but
Choose a Sunday.
Choose a Sunday.
Choose
What
a
is-
Sunday. It just works for my work.
Tuesday, Sunday.
Choose a Sunday.
Pick
Is
a
it a
Sunday.
one day?
Sunday, not Saturday.
But you're already playing. We don't want to get in the way of MTFL. So I've been thinking Saturday.
Okay. Yeah,
But
we'll
you
make
can
it
take
work.
one day
I'll
off.
make it work. Absolutely.
You're gonna do it for
Yeah,
the.
we'll make it work.
You know what? Thank you very much. Thank you very much. And
Andre?
obviously, our sponsor.
You were.
I don't doubt it.
I mean, if he's still willing to sponsor, McCalmont will be on the back of all jerseys.
Of course, I'll sponsor.
Andre is the
I want to be
best.
part of this.
All right, fire
I
up.
still choose
yeah.
Braden first overall.
I love it.
Even if I'm not drafting, I still choose Braden first overall.
I love it.
It's my
Okay,
guy.
so Braden's in. So we have 2 quarterbacks
Yep.
officially. We only have 6 left.
And we got a sponsor. I just need to get that
Success.
field locked in. I need that field. I need those fields.
Wayne's backyard.
Oh,
This
yeah. Ooh.
Farmers Field.
I just forgot. I feel like I'm on an estate right now.
You're good.
All right. Thank you guys for coming on and trying to do this thing. Brandon,
Once
you've
again-
obviously been on before, so we're not going to ask you to come on again.
Yeah, no, I'm
But,
done. I'm done.
We thank
love
you
you
for
guys,
anything,
but
all
I'm
your
done.
contributions. And Andre,
Andre,
you already know.
your face is going to be in every video going forward.
What do I say? Go fish at the end like Russell Wilson walks off.
These guys are nuts. All right, Jazz, you're up.
Can you say something?
Check, check, check.
Perfect. So, For those that don't know, we have a legend in front of us.
Yes, sir.
Rob Packus, father of Braden.
And others.
Yeah, I do have
And
another son. Yeah.
And who doesn't play football.
Well, for me, obviously we played together. We have history. I told a story earlier about when we went to Ottawa. That's the funniest memory I had for me personally. That was just hilarious because we went all the way back to Ottawa and I played Vibes Cartel in the car the whole fucking way home.
No way.
And you were like, what? I don't know what you felt like, but at the time I thought it was hilarious.
What I remember about that story is, Bo put us in the tournament to influence other teams to not go in, but we rented a van, and Derek said, I got to pick you up at 5 a.m. So he picked me up in Ajax and then drove all the way back to Toronto to then drive to Ottawa. And I was like, I don't know, sleep is kind of important. 45 minutes, it could have kind of worked out. We picked up Shane and he was still sleeping, but it was a great weekend. I remember the taco place we went to on the Saturday night was unreal.
Oh my goodness. I've been thinking about that ever since. I'm like, if I go back to Ottawa, I 100% go back to that place.
Oh, it was right on the water. It was one of those days where you had played 3 games with 8 guys, many going both ways. But I take a lot of that from, all the touch football that I played and all the draft leagues and stuff like that. Sometimes it's not the wins and the losses, but it's the guys, right? I remember the stories more than I remember the scores.
It's facts.
Right?
I remember that weekend we played the Raiders, and they did something weird, like punted the ball. Like they could have ended the game and beat us, and then they punted for the 1 or something, and then I think we came back and scored. I don't know if you remember that.
No, you know what? I don't remember that game. I know we played a team in the crossover, and we got into the guy that owned the taco place he wasn't on our team, but he was a fill-in.
Yes. Yep.
And he got into a fight, and we had 8 guys. And it was, they had 17 guys, and it was kind of his fault. Like, he started it, right? So you kind of know he was wrong, but you got to defend him at the same time.
It's great. Pull that camera out, Jasmine. Jasmine, you have the camera. Pull it out. People are doing wild things. This is why we have that camera. Anyways, okay.
We just got mooned.
I've always wanted you to come on to the show on a regular episode so we can actually get into everything, because fuck. I just know from being around you forever, you have a million stories. You've seen it all.
We want to hear, and we're going to have a full episode of just Rob Packus.
Just so you know, Packus has played on every single top 5 team in T-Font in the fucking last 15 years, at least. From at least I would say. So he knows everything. He knows the quarterbacks. He knows the dirt. He knows everything. So
everything.
We'll say that for another day.
How long have you been playing in MTFL?
MTFL's been a while too. I started with Kent Taylor back in the day. Quick story, he drafted me because I was an upcoming quarterback. He was working, and he allowed me to quarterback when he wasn't there. And that kind of allowed us to, James Duthie, the TSN hockey broadcaster, had a stud team. He had all the guys, and they were undefeated. And we somehow beat them. We won a championship together, and that was my first year, and it just kind of gone from there. And it's been a little bit of a hatred kind of relationship, but fun at the same time between him and I. But we quarterbacked a team together in my first year.
So we got a video last year of him in his bed, and I'm assuming he said that to you. Him in his bed saying, "Hi, Packus." So tell us a story about that. What's the background? Because people are like, what the hell is going on?
To himself, and he was like, morning pack or something.
Yeah, I mean,
He's so
I mean, in all the teams, all the players that I played in, the MTFL rivalry between Kent and I is probably the most, I don't know if there's another rival that I had or that I want to beat. I asterisk all the games that I play against Kent as soon as the MTFL, comes out, and I was relentless with him. I'd sent him videos. I was Rocky, he was Drago. And then when he won the first championship, it was on Father's Day, and I always would say it's very disappointing for you to go home to see your kids on Father's Day because you've never won this thing without me. And his video, he sent a video way back when he had a fur coat on. His kids were lighting his cigar and stuff. It's legendary.
I hope you have it.
Maybe the best video I've ever seen in my entire life. I deleted myself from the group, and guys were like right away saying, okay, you got to come back. You got to see this video. And I was like, no, I got to give it time. And they're like, no, you have to see this video. And I still have it, and it is legendary.
Oh my God, I hope he lets us play it on this episode. I want to play it. I want to watch it.
I don't know if it's on my, it is on my phone, but I don't really want to share it ever again. He followed that up with him in the bathtub that night with the MTFL trophy.
Yeah, we got that one.
Yeah.
I think that's the one we posted. That's the one we posted.
No.
Oh, he's in bed.
I don't know. Obviously, there's been multiple videos.
I see one with a cigar. he was
that he sent.
I like that though, but that's what it's about, right?
Listen, it's the kind everybody here has probably played for every quarterback.
Yep.
Braden being new and stuff, they haven't played with him enough. But between Kent and I, one year we get them, and the next year you're playing against them, and you just kind of rifle through the guys. But it's that camaraderie, and it's everybody's looking for an edge, but at the same time, it's why 90% of the guys come back because it's
And this is the 20th.
To be quite honest with you, I can't.
I think that's what
I mix up leagues
before.
all the time.
From what I heard, this is the 20th year, which is exciting. That's like a long time. That's really exciting.
Yeah.
How do you feel about your team?
I love my team. My first probably 5 rounds, I've done some crazy stuff over the last couple of years. I've drafted defenders.
Yeah.
And I never draft for defense.
Never.
I draft for offense first, and then I look for Swiss Army knives, those guys that can kind of play it different. And then I look for guys that are going to be hurt or have kids in dance.
That's the key.
Yeah, and this year it's great because there's a wedding, and a couple guys aren't coming back for the wedding. And coming here.
Scoop them.
No, I want the guys that aren't going to be here because then, those guys,
exactly.
you got your studs
both ways.
Right? But, I don't know. Again, maybe I've changed, but there's something in the water because I'm way too nice. 5-6 years ago, I was ruthless.
Well, I was gonna say back in the day, you only draft the fastest guys. If you didn't fucking run a 4 or 5, Pack is not draft you. He doesn't care. You don't even have to have hands. It's 4 or 5. You're good. Or you gotta be an offensive player.
Yeah,
offensive player. You have. Let's just say 505. He's got 10 offensive players. That's good.
There's something. My wife's sneaking some estrogen into the yogurt bowl in the morning.
Shit.
There's something going on because guys drop balls. Hey, nice try. You ran a great route. I'm like, who is this guy? Like.
You know what? Before I actually got to know you, I was like, oh, that's the angry.
That's the guy
that
dick.
yells.
Yeah.
That's the one. Now it's like, oh, good try.
Yeah.
It's nice.
I know it's
Complete 180.
maybe it comes with age.
We have 2 questions left.
Okay.
What was the question? The sussiest.
Yes. Yeah. Based on the draft,
This MTFL
this
draft.
one is now. Who do you consider to be the sussiest team in the draft?
1,000,000%. It's Kent Taylor and Travis Hill. I actually asked Jeff Unger, who runs the league, can I play them every week?
He's 3 for 3.
Every week.
He's 3 for 3. Everyone.
But this is the thing. The regular season means nothing. His regular season record in the last 5 years is 3-42. And he's won 2 championships in the COVID year being one that lasted for 3 years, and then last year.
Oh,
and
that COVID year.
Yeah, he had it for 3 years because there was no,
Yeah.
there was 2 years of a break, and it
That's
was
hilarious.
I'm sorry, but we need to start football again just so we get the championship out of his,
And we have one last question. So Joe and I are hosting our first Double Outs tournament. It's a draft flag tournament. Would you be a quarterback?
Absolutely. It's great to.
We've got
I get
3.
phone calls. I get phone calls all the time, and the phone calls are like, "Hey, Pac, how's it going?" I'm like, "Great. Hey, we're running this tournament and stuff like that." And I'm like, "Oh, amazing. Is Braden there?" And I'm like, "Well, hey, I can play." And they're like, oh, can you kick a little bit? Like you
Can
can
you
still
kick?
kick, right? So
Oh,
can you bring your tees and
shit.
stuff?
Your tees.
Right? So
your
like,
foot,
listen, if anybody
and
asks me, I'm in, and I'll play in a
Cheers.
parking lot.
Cheers. That's my guy. That's my guy.
So you guys seen it here first. We have 3 quarterbacks locked in. We're
Locked.
aiming for 8,
Yes.
6
Yeah.
to 8
Yep.
probably. So that's amazing.
Oh, listen, and we go. Joe and I go way back. I think it's just something you always want to support your friends, and even though we're playing on the opposite side of the field, we see football the same way. We're competitive on the
Yep.
field, but off the field, we're friends. We'll compete hard, but after, we'll toast each other and say, "Hey, man, you
Yeah.
got us
100%.
today." You know what? Like, I can't wait for the next tournament to play you guys, and I wish we would have won a national together because we had the team.
Oh.
There's some tragic
that?
stories. Oh,
And we're gonna
Oh,
we're gonna
we'll
bring
save
back
it?
his. We're talking. We're gonna
save
bring him
it?
back.
Okay.
We're gonna have the
I didn't know that.
conversations
Okay.
because
yeah.
Pac is still every time I see Pac, he brings this up. 2015, he has nightmares about this year. We'll talk about that another time
Okay. Okay. Well, so yeah, you guys heard it. 3rd quarterback who has
though. Committed,
which is exciting.
go.
Andre, of course, is going to be our sponsor. You, Braden, and Heaney so far. So that's exciting.
far out.
Great, great.
That's yeah. Once again. But Pac, thank you very much. We are excited to have you back for a full episode all about you.
You guys keep rocking this stuff because there's a lot of people that care about touch football, and without this kind of stuff, it needs to grow. And you guys are doing a fantastic job just to take it to the next level. To encourage people to get involved. And you know what? It's the university kids, it's the younger kids that are going to take over. And without this, we got to do
Cheers.
more.
Thank you very
Thank you
much.
so
Thank
much.
You for
I
that.
appreciate it.
Thank you once again, Pac.
That was awkward.
All right.
We saved the best for last.
Make sure you
None-
talk in the mic.
I will, yes, for sure.
Thanks.
I gave him the rundown. None other than Kent. Kent himself.
Yes.
I'm going to start it off by the question that we've been asking everyone. So, who do you think is the sussiest team in MTFL?
You know what? I mean, it's a lot of people would look at those 4 teams and say none of them are sussy, but honestly, Pac doesn't really. He always picks teams that don't really know what they're doing, and he yells at his players, and that's the way it goes. So, I mean, he watched me win the championship last year, and
He did indeed.
And I know you guys talked about me winning the championship last year because it wasn't expected. But as I said, Joe, I'm the most underrated quarterback in the MTFL and probably T-Font. But I played a long time and I know what I'm doing.
How long have you been playing T-Font, I guess?
T-Font I've been playing for 21 years.
21 years.
I was a cornerback
Okay.
for 4.
So you've always been a quarterback?
A corner. I was
Corner.
a corner for
Oh,
4.
corner. Sorry, I didn't hear.
And then I transitioned to quarterback.
Okay,
And
okay.
I've been a quarterback for almost 16 years.
Because
now.
you played MTFL for the 20 years.
Yeah, and then I was on T-Font. I was on the Mustangs.
Okay.
And then they got this really shitty quarterback named Matt Coates. and
Heard of him. I've heard of him.
Yeah, you may have heard of him. He's my dog. Shout out to you, Maddie.
Yes, big up to
And,
Matty Coates.
I was told, you know what? It's been fun. And then I started the machine. And
Nice.
So I've been quarterbacking the machine ever since.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I personally don't know you that well.
Yep.
So I know we plan on bringing you on an actual episode.
We are going
which
to.
is going to happen.
I'm
We're going to
really
arrange
excited.
that because you are a funny guy still.
Thank you, bro.
We
You've never
we need to
met
capture
Kent?
that when it's a little bit, you know.
Quiet. Yeah,
exactly.
100%.
So this one is just a quick one because we're just here to feature
Yeah,
the league
yeah.
and whatever. You play on currently the machine.
I play on the machine, yes. So
Okay.
we're B.
It's okay. Okay. So which is good because I don't think we've had a B team representative.
We haven't.
And people have been saying, "Yo, give the B team some leg."
Yeah.
So kind of give us a
You know what?
give us an aspect on
flavor?
like B.
Yeah,
on, like
you
what's
know
going
what?
on in B.
I appreciate that, and I'm going to start by saying I want to say thank you to both of you. This is awesome. It's a great forum to promote the sport,
and you guys do such a great job.
Thank you.
I watch your videos. I know Andre's a good friend of mine, sponsors your videos.
Andre's amazing.
Yep,
And
yep.
I'll tell you, this is very important for the success of the league. So I want to make sure I say thank you to
Thank you
guys
very much.
first of all.
Thank you.
You know, and it's funny. I think being a B team, you know, we're ranked anywhere from 2 to 4 in the B category. It's hard. It's hard because
Sorry, just for an idea, can you give an idea of where that ranking is overall?
so we're probably 15 somewhere. Like
Okay.
You know, if you
It's the 20s.
we're 15 to 17.
Yeah, okay,
If you,
okay.
You know, if you take 12 teams in A,
Yes.
we're between 17 and
So tier 2.
Tier 2.
Okay.
Tier 2.
Okay.
But it's hard because you know what? We have we have a lot of great talent, but breaking that A barrier
Yes.
is very difficult because you get poached.
Yep.
Guys get poached.
Yes. Yeah.
You got to keep guys together when you're not winning. And when you do move up, and we've moved up a couple times, you get smacked.
Yeah.
Right? And so it's keeping the team together. Even though you're successful in B, everyone in B wants to be in A. Let's just call it like it is.
Yes.
We all want to be in A. The Bandits, who are a wonderful team, we play them all the time. You know, we're happy for them. When you see, it's like Hunger Games. When you see a B team move up to A, you're like, yes. Hey,
Yeah, they're like,
come on, do something.
do it.
And then they get smoked.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We played in Unionville, and we played the Giants. We moved up. We went 2-0, and we moved up, played the Giants. And we took them to overtime, and we lost.
Fuck.
And I'll tell you, Giants are a great team, great A team, but we feel we should have beat them.
Yeah,
we
for sure.
were up 14-0, and we ended up losing. But that's the difference between an A club
Correct.
and a B club. We were up early. We kind of got a little big on ourselves,
Yep.
and then we didn't finish.
So I was gonna ask you a question because this brings up a good topic I've been like talking about or whatever. As a manager or whatever of like a tier 1 team, you know, you're always trying to recruit players and so whatever the case is. So I feel like when I first came into T-Font, there was like a separation where it's like, okay, if you're a B team, you kind of know, like you're trying to get up, but like, you know that you're also like a feeder team in the sense of like, if you have a guy that's like
a stud,
you know that he's got to move on, and you either, I don't know, I can't speak for every team, but there's teams will facilitate that.
I'll give you an
right?
example. Kenny
Exactly.
who played, right?
Exactly.
Kenny played for us for 6 years.
Yep.
He's a brother of mine. He's a best friend. He's beautiful, beautiful kids. but I'll tell you, we knew that if we didn't play well enough, we were gonna lose him, and we knew it, right?
Yeah.
And he's incredible. He won national championship. Shout out Kenny. But at the end of the day, as a manager of a B team, you have to sell hope. And you have to have people buy in to what you're doing. You know, Travis joined us, who's Travis Hill, super player, been in the league. You know, I try to bring people that want to not only play well, but it's more of an experience as well. We try to build family. We try to.
You guys do have a good sideline.
We have a great sideline. But we know at the end of the day, you gotta win.
Yep.
You gotta win because people are always looking at your team, saying, "Hey, who can we pick?
Who's this new guy?
Who's this new guy?"
Yeah.
You know, my son plays on the team. He played at Waterloo, and
what did he play?
He played DB. So,
yeah, what's his name?
KJ Taylor.
What's his number?
No, don't worry about it. He knows. You know, I got the will. You know, I got the will, and I said, "Hey,
oh shit,
you ain't going. You ain't going."
This nigga put the will up. That's crazy.
You know, my boy's loyal.
Yo, black parents are nasty with it, yo.
I will cut his light skin ass out. Trust me, I will cut his
black parents. Let me tell you about black parents. They ain't got shit, but they'll fucking still use the will against you like they're rich.
You know.
Anyways.
But you know what? He played last year. So proud to be able to play with my son. He's a great player. You know, great. But you got it as a team that's trying to aspire to get to A. You got to bring talent in, and you got to sell them. You got to sell them on the fact that this is a process.
So, I've never put myself in that position as a manager of a B team with
Yes.
the players, talented players
Yeah.
where you know like you gotta win?
It's tough.
Is it like how do you feel? Like is it like like we're gonna lose him? Like, or is it like
it's
just
no?
it is what it is.
You go out and you say this is
How
our
many guys
play.
you jerking off every offseason to make sure that they come back?
It's just Packus or me. Because Packus is a double-hander. Packus is a double-hander, but no. Jeez, shots.
Yes.
No. You know what? It's a great question, and I think the thing that you have to realize is you have to go out and show, especially the young kids, that we're competing. They don't mind if you lose to an A team, but you competed.
Yeah.
It's when you get blown out and guys quit and that's the thing about the machine. Like you ask anyone, we will play the Mustangs, we play the Giants to overtime.
Mm-hmm.
It is what it is.
You haven't played KI though.
No, we haven't, but we played the
okay.
Canes. We finally beat the Canes in
Nice.
the Nationals. You know, and they're a very good team, and I know a lot of the guys on the Canes. And we beat them 7-6 in the rain on Sunday.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you, it might have been the greatest victory that we've ever had.
Hey,
Like, the guys were celebrating.
A win is a win.
100%.
The Canes have had our number for years.
100%.
Yep.
Right? And it's kind of that changing of the guard.
Yep.
And then what ends up happening is you're able to attract players now because they see.
Yes.
Guess what?
Yeah. See the
vision.
It's a vision. They see.
Yeah.
We got Gray. All of a sudden, Gray came over. You know, we're bringing on some younger guys that now are like, if I go to an A team, I'm not going to play. But if I go to the Machine or another B team, I'm going to be a starter.
Yeah.
And
Yes.
if they win, great. And if they don't win, I'm going to get recruited by an A team.
Facts.
So it's great.
Okay.
It's great.
Okay, I like that.
So who's the best player in your team? Just out of curiosity.
Tyler Monroe.
Oh, that was quick.
Oh shit. He's
Tyler
a center.
Monroe.
No hesitation.
So
Sorry, was
He's
that
not
for
here.
Machine?
He's hurt.
Wait,
You're gonna
Machine
go
or
double A?
MTFL?
He's in T-Font and MTF. He didn't play because he got injured.
Okay.
Is he looking for double A team?
No, he's not.
Yeah. Okay.
No.
Yeah, it's
Honestly,
funny.
no, you know what? I said, listen, you can go to any team except Packus's.
Oh,
And,
perfect.
and,
Perfect. Because
you know,
I'm with that. You know what? I rate that.
Yeah.
So, I like that you brought this up. You versus Packus, and what? Like
I'm 2-0. 2 championships.
2 championships.
Yeah.
Can we set up some type of battle between you and Packus?
Why don't we
Maybe
do like a
little,
combine thing?
yeah, that's what I mean, like a triathlon type of thing, where
That would
like
be
you know,
amazing.
Now, I will say this. You know, I honestly, I love Packus. I know his whole family. And he's very fitness oriented. I think what bugs him is I drink 30 beers and then go beat him. Meanwhile, he's doing his CrossFit and his Ultra Fit and his
shit.
balls. He's rolling on balls and whatnot. And that's, you know, that's so, you know, at the end of the day, you know how we play, Joe. Like, it drives him crazy.
Okay, I like that because that leads me to my next question and probably my last because we're running out of time. So we're hosting our first tournament.
Yes.
It's a double outs flag draft tournament.
I'd love to be a part.
We got our answer.
Yeah, I'd love
Say
to be a
less.
part of it.
But what I'm thinking is we can do a Pack and Kent thing at the tournament.
yeah, I like
Maybe
it.
like who can
Throwing
throw
the ball,
who
Yeah,
can
something.
throw the
We gotta do something.
farthest,
Yeah,
who
for
can
sure.
hit this
Yeah, for sure,
target.
for sure.
I
For
think
sure.
that would be
Yeah.
fun.
Even
and we're gonna
a
film
little
and
side
we're-
bet. So
Yeah.
we'll figure something out for
We're
that.
gonna film everything.
I would love that.
Yeah.
And I think Pac will. He's competitive.
Yeah.
Listen,
He's great.
Packus will try to beat me at tennis, volleyball, ice skating. What he doesn't know is I grew up in Allison,
Anything.
Ontario. Like,
Oh,
you
shit.
pick your white sport, I got you.
Oh
Right?
shit.
But at the end of the day, you know what? He's a great competitor. He's a great
Okay.
person. I love him. I know we have friendly banter, and you guys are great. And I really
you.
want to say
Thank you very much.
for having me.
Thank you so much.
Just to like reiterate, you'd be okay to play in our tournament as
100%.
a quarterback draft.
I'd love people
Yeah.
to want to play with me. If you ask anyone, I
Perfect.
throw the ball pretty good.
Sick. I love it.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Thank you very much for coming on.
Thank you.
And we're gonna have a full episode.
Yeah.
For
Thanks
you?
Thanks for being
Yes,
here. This
yeah,
is
yeah,
important for
Very,
for
very
the
much
league.
so.
Let's make sure that we link back up to have another episode.
I would love that.
Get
Absolutely.
I love to talk
Yeah.
about things
Yeah.
like again, being a quarterback in the league and whatnot. And,
Be a black quarterback.
yeah,
Fuck
black
that.
100%. Like
Yeah.
it's, you know what? It's not easy, right?
Yeah,
And,
yeah.
You're always labeled a runner,
Yep.
right? And it feels like
yeah.
black quarterbacks have to throw to prove themselves
Mhm.
because they all know you can run, right? So,
Facts.
so it's awesome. This has been great.
It's amazing. Thank you so much.
Okay. Thank you,
Thank you.
sweetheart.
Thank
Okay,
you.
appreciate it. Peace out.